All right, my man, state your name. Starting with my man right here. Let him know you on Real Talk with Nick.
What's up, man? It's Styles, man. I'm on Real Talk with Nick.
That's what's up. And my man right here,
J.O. Real Talk with Nick.
J.O. Real Talk with Nick. Are your brothers Nick fans, man?
I follow the Knicks, but not a fan, no.
Not really a Nick fan, basketball fan.
Basketball fan.
Yeah.
All right, did y'all cover the NBA draft?
Yeah.
All right. Ah, my man over here shaking his head. Talk to me, man. What did the Knicks do wrong?
Everything. Everything, man.
Talk to me.
You get a steal in Dieng and immediately get rid of him. And then you tell a whole NBA world that you're going after Jaden Ivey. Was it Ivy?
It was Ivy at first.
They was on Ivy crazy.
But they didn't trade up.
And
So
then,
that don't make sense.
What's going on? You're saying one thing and then you're doing something else. It's just
They trying to hold out that cap for Brunson.
Now, speaking of Brunson, man.
Right.
Do you think he's even worth?
on Dallas.
Yeah, that's
They
what
just give him money. He
they.
ain't going nowhere.
Nah. They giving him $100 million.
Yeah, then they just give him some money.
Brunson.
Yeah, he ain't going. Oh, they want to offer him.
Yeah, $100 million.
Then see if
He ain't coming here. Oh, Knicks want to offer 100.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Dallas could match it.
Yeah, and it look like Dallas ain't gonna match that.
I don't think Dallas could match
Dallas ain't gonna match that.
Right.
So this is the question, man: is Jalen Brunson worth that? If the Knicks making a grave mistake, giving up their picks to acquire a point guard like Jalen Brunson,
You only had one good year.
To me, he's undersized.
Yeah, he had one good year. We're gonna pay him $100 million or 16 points a game.
right?
I don't know, man.
And what's your input on that?
I feel like he's pretty good, but he's just undersized.
Why you say that?
He's roughly about 6 feet tall. That's not good size for the NBA. You know what I mean?
Okay.
He can score. He can facilitate. My question is defensively. When you run into guys like a Ja or a bigger point guard in the league right now.
Is he New York ready?
I think he's New York. He's tough. He's tough.
Well, I know they bringing his pops.
His pops
To the
already in office too.
Yeah. So
See, I mean, but look, when I look at the stats and I see, I believe, don't quote me now, but like 7 1 year, 12 the next, 16 last year, 100 million. I don't know. I don't know. That's just.
We're giving him 100 off the potential, but I don't know if
I
he's going to be able to be
yeah, bro. Like
the guy.
that's. And then I wouldn't jam up my space like that. You still got Randall on that money. You might have to pay RJ pretty soon.
Gotta pay RJ
If you're gonna put him in, if they don't pay RJ, they're gonna use him as a trade piece. But he's coming up, so if you get them for $100 million, you got Randall on the books. And what you gonna give RJ? Now we just jammed up. Cause what about Mitch?
Mitch out of it.
See,
wait.
Mitch
Why would you say Mitch is out of here, man?
Somebody gonna offer him more bread.
Yeah, because the Knicks is
He
they
only
offering $55 million over 54 years.
Yeah.
And
But
somebody, I heard 64 from somebody else.
The
Yeah,
Pistons.
somebody needs to
See,
sit
yeah, I heard.
Pistons.
And Sacramento, I
But they
think.
heavy on 8 Detroit now. So
Yeah, they trying to get
Sacramento might be.
Sacramento,
Mitch.
right?
There's a couple other teams that's looking at me.
So let me ask you, brother. You saying that Mitch is possibly going to walk because of the 55, right?
Because of the money.
You think that's an underball. How much you think he's worth? How much you think they should pay him to keep him?
I think Mitch is worth around 50, 55. But if you're a team that needs a big man, you're going to go
Overpay.
high. So you make sure you can get him, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know the Knicks can't go much further than that if they're really trying to get Brunson. So that's why you go 10, 20 million higher. Money talks. NBA show you many, many times that money talks.
Okay. Now, if you was to critique Brunson game, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're going to break down this $100 million contract Knicks trying to offer him
Right.
and whether he's worth it or not, man. How great is he on offense, man? What's his upscale when we speak of Jalen Brunson? Like, what's the hype when we speak of this guard coming from the Dallas Mavericks,
What's
man?
the hype? He can shoot. Incredible finisher for his size. Like somebody that's short to get to the rim and finish consistently, that's good.
Decent playmaker.
Decent playmaker, kind of inconsistent for me.
Mm-hmm.
Like he'll give you 20 one night and then the next night he'll have 4. So it's like he got to fix that. to deserve that starter money. But other than that, he's a pretty solid point guard.
Okay. And my brother here, do you think Brunson fits into the defensive system of Tom Thibodeau?
No.
And if not, can he adjust?
It's hard.
That guard position gonna be tough now because if you got Quickly and Brunson as your starter and your backup, defensively at the point guard position, that's kind of weak to me. Like he said earlier, you going at that, that Trey is your rival. Trey ain't going nowhere no time soon. Could they deal with Trey for 7 games?
Right.
Let's hypothetically say Kyrie stayed there and y'all meet in the playoffs in Brooklyn. Could he deal with Kyrie? Could they deal with Kyrie for 7 games, 38 minutes a night? Steph and 40 minutes a night because them key games, them big games, the stars stay in longer. So we get to them type of situations. I don't know if Brunson, like you said, fitting into Thibodeau's defensive scheme. Nah, he's not. Believe it or not, like Frank Ntilikina would fit more into the defensive scheme than Brunson would.
Yeah,
you see what I'm saying? Because of the size, the length, the way he hustles. But Brunson is more offensive than I would say defensive.
Offensive than defense.
I think Thibodeau could use him because he would be somebody who could potentially break those jams the Knicks have sometime where they look stagnant. You know what I'm saying? Where it looks like they can't get a bucket or the offensive creation is not there. Then maybe he can help with that. But like I said earlier, 15, 16 a game, 100 million, starting point guard, 40 minutes a night. I don't know if he that guy.
You don't know he's that guy.
Dallas, we know who the guy is. So he's getting the shine in the garbage time, kind of. You know what I mean?
Right.
Luka take that seat.
Yeah,
but now you talking about the Garden, 40 minutes a night. You asking for a lot for 100 million.
And you running the show. You the point guard.
Right.
It's not like you got Luka, because when you have a Luka has the ball. So that takes a lot of pressure off of you as the point guard.
All right, so my next question would be this.
Mm-hmm.
So do you feel that's wasted money, wasted picks, when we could have developed Emmanuel Quickly as a potential point guard to play off the one?
It depends on your timeline, right? If you're trying to make the playoffs this year, then I feel like it was a good move. Now, if you're looking more rebuild, then I don't know. Then I feel like you would have let the young boys run. Quickly, RJ, Cam Reddish, you let them play. So
right.
It all depends on what y'all trying to do.
They talking about trading him. I read 2 days ago.
Who's that?
Cam. Like I just
Yeah. How you feel about that, man?
Trading somebody who didn't even play.
Yeah, he played 12 games,
What's
man.
the point? Like now, I'm like, what did you get him for? To just make RJ feel good because you feel like he got a confidence issue, like I think he has, and then you just get rid of him, and then you talking about, oh, that's 2 pieces of the puzzle for potentially Zion. You gonna get rid of him? I can't, Nick. It's been tough for the last week for the Knicks, man. They got my head in the chair. The draft, Cam, Brunson, Donovan, Kyrie.
So for all that, man, do you feel like the Knicks should have had? Speaking of Donovan Mitchell, why not go for him, right? I mean, I feel
like he's on the list.
Donovan Mitchell?
Yeah, I feel like he's on the list.
You know, this dude is the one who told me that he was 6'1".
Yeah.
Do you know I used to think he was 6'4"? We went on NBA.com. He's 6'1", and Brunson's how tall?
6 feet.
You got a better scorer, but that Tom Thibodeau defense you talking about, Donovan don't clamp nothing. Donovan got stamina issues at the end of the game. So
you think the Knicks better off with Brunson than with Donovan Mitchell?
Yeah, but if you get Brunson without paying him that money.
Yeah, without having to pay him $100 million.
Right.
Donovan, you got to pay $100 million based on what he's done.
All-star.
Right.
Had 45 in the game 7.
If you get Brunson for that 70,
80 years,
I'll take it.
All right, so let me ask you this, brother. If Brunson comes to the Knicks, which most likely look like it's going to happen, right? How would he accommodate a player like RJ Barrett, who's at 2?
It'll help RJ. Because then, like I said, he could run the offense. He could get RJ the ball in spots where he don't have to do much. He can just catch and shoot, catch and drive directly to the basket. Right now, you see RJ is trying to play ISO ball, and that's not really his game. He don't have the handle to break somebody down and take him himself. So when you got a real point guard to set you up, put you in spots, it's a little different.
They haven't had that at all.
They've never had that.
Well, I was reading an article, and they got so much hype and upscale when we speak of Jalen Brunson. They saying he's the next thing since Clyde Frazier. They going
How
back.
you even put that?
Yo,
How does somebody even make
They
that
go-
Yo.
comparison, bro? Like,
yo, they said,
who
yo,
said that, Nick? One of your people?
no,
Okay.
no, no. It was none of that.
Oh, wow.
It was an article I was reading.
Right.
They're saying that Jalen Brunson is the best thing that happened since Clyde
You know,
Frazier.
Clyde was a lockdown point guard.
Right.
Like, Clyde was
Yeah.
clamps for his era
And facilitator.
and facilitator
And he put that thing in the hole.
and was a fashion icon.
Yeah, right.
It's a
Clyde
lot
is
of
different.
aspects to Clyde. You just can't put Jalen with Clyde.
No.
Yeah.
Not Walt. No.
I was like, whoa. You
Jalen
know?
is all right, but that's kind of
But
disrespectful.
Jalen ain't.
That's
Jalen
kind of
ain't
disrespectful to
Clyde.
Clyde.
No.
All right, so we're going to compare apples with oranges, man.
Yeah,
Right.
that's apples to peanuts.
All right. When we speak of Emmanuel Quickly, man,
Right.
do you think Emmanuel Quickly can be mentor from Jalen Brunson like he once was with Derrick Rose?
How? Brunson ain't did nothing. What experience that he got that
A
Quickly
baby
don't got?
gonna coach a baby?
Right. Like, I don't understand.
Don't shit on Quickly like that, Nick.
I'm not. You wait. Hold
It might
on.
be the other way around, Nick. Quickly might have been able to dance on Dallas. Fucking with Luke. You might have seen it quickly. Quickly
'Cause
got
I will.
that New York in him.
Quickly
Brunson,
can get his own bucket. I will give you that. Quickly will go
Quickly
get
might
his.
teach Brunson some things out there, man.
So,
Practice.
what's the purpose of the Knicks inquiring Brunson if
They-
you feel you got a potential point guard and Emmanuel Quickly who can facilitate?
I think
Basically, you telling me Emmanuel Quickly could just about do everything that Brunson could do. What can Brunson do that Emmanuel Quickly can't?
But Bronson had, like I said, he got up to like 13 or 15 a game.
The reason why I'm saying
Yeah,
this,
so
Emmanuel Quickly played the one in college.
right.
yeah,
So, once again,
Kentucky.
yeah, he has experience playing at the one.
Mhm.
I think it's just coaching staff. They don't believe yet, and that's partly their fault. They didn't play him enough to see if he could run it yet. So they going more with the, I know what this guy brings.
And it's funny.
Quickly is more of like,
said,
I'm building it up. Like,
we thought he was going to get more running next year because his first year he was all right, and the
Mhm.
Knicks didn't give him that extra minutes to. It was
Mhm.
kind of weird. Like he said, if they're not giving you the extra minutes, something going on.
That's what
They
I'm
see
saying.
something we not seeing. You know what I mean?
Right.
They practices every day, so
Yeah,
maybe
trying
they
to-
seeing something.
Like I said, build the playoff team. You're building it still around Randall. You're trying to get him another piece to push to the playoffs.
Right,
Other than that, I see why. Let the young boys run. Why not?
right.
Quickly, Toppin, Cam Reddish, RJ. Like, that's a good, solid young core. You let them come up together, then you might have something.
Right.
I don't know what they doing.
There we
The
go.
front office of the Knicks, I
It's
couldn't
your
tell you.
man. It's your man.
I couldn't
It's your
tell
man
you.
sitting on that sideline.
Like,
He got all this young talent with an old coach. You might have to switch some things up, man.
the old coach, you got Randall, who doesn't really fit their
As soon
timeline.
as Boston brought in the young dude, bop.
Why you say Boston Randall don't fit the timeline, the Knicks?
Because Randall is a good player, solid player,
Right?
20-point averaging, get you a triple double. If you're building around Randall, you're trying to win right now, like today. With those young pieces, I don't think that's happening. Like, you're not going to the playoffs with that core that I said earlier. That's why they're trying to get Brunson.
Okay.
You know what
And
I'm
do you
saying?
think Julius Randle would be able to, would the chemistry be there? Julius Randle playing alongside with Jalen Brunson.
Yeah, point guard, power forward. It shouldn't be a problem. Run a screen and roll action,
Yeah.
pick and pop action.
That's
they
what's
can
gonna
get something
build.
busy, yeah.
If they run a pick and roll offense with them two,
Yeah, I mean,
highlighting them two, then they'll get close fast.
good fast break too.
Yeah.
I mean, running. Yeah,
Speaking of fast breaks, when you got somebody with a potential point guard and Jalen Brunson playing besides Obi,
like Brooks.
listen, man. I mean-
you want him. You want him.
Listen.
You left Donovan alone last week. I see.
Listen,
I see.
it's a toss up between Brunson, Donovan Mitchell.
No Kyrie, right?
Speaking of Kyrie, I'm glad you brought him up, man. Let me tell you something. Kyrie's a beast on the court. To me, I wouldn't want him because of his off the court issues, man. I mean, you don't know what to expect from Kyrie. 2 seconds down, fourth quarter,
Yeah, he reached
on the
his
clock. He want to be an activist. You don't know who he's going to become.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, listen. I mean, I wish him the best, but I don't think he'll be a good fit.
They're a typical millennial. They want, you know, we want the money, but we don't want to
They
work
want
too
the world
hard.
for nothing.
Yeah, we don't want to work too
They
hard.
want the world
You know
for
what I mean?
nothing.
Pay me 80,000 and
Very true.
let me just fill up the water all day in the office. I'll be all right.
Yeah, man.
He a millennial. Man.
Yeah.
He don't want to play.
But yeah. I mean, so those are my who I was high on. You're right. Donovan Mitchell, this kid Jalen Brunson, you know, and doing this draft, man. AJ Griffin.
Mhm.
Knicks fans upset about that.
And I forgot who else too. Somebody else.
Johnny Davis.
Yeah, it was two of them.
Johnny Davis.
Yeah.
Now, how you feel about the two players the Knicks didn't acquire, man?
I can't really speak on them. I ain't really watched them too much, so I ain't gonna give you that. But if the fan base wanted that pick, it's the same fan base that didn't want Kristaps Porzingis. So I don't know about a fan base choice of two players. I mean, they was what was left, but I can't really speak on that. I don't really know much about them. He might know more, but I don't really know much about them two guys.
I mean, to me, Griffin is, again, it's a timeline thing. If you get Griffin, do you keep Randall? They play the same position.
Oh, well, we ain't going to get Griffin.
What school Griffin went to?
He went to Duke.
Okay.
So if you draft Griffin, what do you do with Randall? If you draft Johnny Davis, how's he going to play? He's going to be behind RJ. So it's one of those things. And to me, the pick they picked was actually better than those two guys.
I told you.
Talking about the number 11 pick when we speak of Ousmane Dieng, right?
Mm-hmm.
Talk to me about that 11th pick, man.
Real versatile player, man.
Talk to me.
He could shoot. He could shoot. Got a little bit of handle he could put on the floor. Rebound. 6'7". He just the goods. Like some players, like it's not really glaring about him. They could do a lot of things well. He was the good. He like a blending piece for that team.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You could tell him come off the bench and do something.
Can he play
Specific
defense?
role. Yeah.
He definitely
He
does play
prides
defense.
himself on that. I read the scouting report and all that, the breakdown on him and all.
Defense.
Everybody was high on him.
Everybody.
Other players.
The whole league was high on him.
Other players. Oh, the Knicks might have. They actually, as soon as they drafted him, instantly, I think Bleacher had something how the Knicks got the biggest steal of the draft.
Biggest steal.
3
Sent it
minutes
right to
later.
OKC.
3 minutes later. Boom.
It sent it right to OKC, who won the draft. It's
Yeah.
not a coincidence. that
Okay,
they,
people,
you know what I'm
and
saying?
people don't even understand what. Oh, like, I know you a Knick guy, but what OKC doing? Jesus, man.
That's what they supposed to
Oh
do.
my God.
They done built a young core out there. That's a problem.
Fast too. Fast.
Yeah, so Ousmane Dieng went to OKC for 3 picks, and they got Kemba Walker. No, Kemba Walker going to Detroit.
Yeah. What was the pick for Kemba? Because I heard Kemba go to Detroit and I hear nothing come back.
I think I didn't hear nothing. They just used Detroit to absorb the cap, I believe.
Yeah, cap space.
Got you. Okay, got you.
Yeah, so we got $13 million for the cap.
Mhm.
I think the Knicks got to pay Kemba $9 million. Remain on his contract.
They would have had to, so yeah. They sent them to Detroit. So
Detroit
got to
need a
pick
little
that up.
bit of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The 13
'Cause
million.
they got Detroit got cap space. I don't know what it is, but they got a lot of room.
Ain't got nobody out there.
So how you feel about the 11th pick being given to OKC too?
Masterclass job by OKC front office.
Sam Presti.
Sam Presti, best GM in the game. I don't know why the Knicks did it. I don't know what kind of call.
Well, I know why they did it. They did it so they can acquire.
Bro, I'm not trading with a GM that had 3 of the last 6 MVPs. Hell no. That nigga know what he doing. I ain't trading you nothing. I ain't help you see shit. Like he said, best GM in the league. I'm not doing business with you. You a swindler. You know, you can make a deal and be like, yo, let me get that, man. And you see some shit I don't see, and then next thing you know, 2-3 years from now, I'm looking at you like, motherfucker. And I would not deal with that kid.
So you think he gonna be a nightmare for the Knicks? You think he gonna take that personal, being that the Knicks passed up
I don't
on
think
him?
he gonna take it personal.
Who, the kid?
Yeah.
I don't think so. I feel like he probably don't even care
He
about
ain't
that.
a New Yorker.
Yeah.
Why do you take that
He's a
personal?
foreigner. He
He ain't
gonna
care
take
for
that.
that. He just want to be in the league.
Yeah, he happy to be there.
He gonna come and bust everybody ass too when he get here.
You
Just
think
like
so?
A lot of them foreigners been doing lately.
I don't know about
Well,
that.
Frank Ntilikina ain't been really busting no
I
ass.
don't know
Like your
but
So
last
you-
3 MVPs is what?
He gonna get right.
Regardless.
He's gonna get right. Based off the footage I've seen, he's definitely gonna
Who?
do his thing. Jay,
Jay? Yeah?
definitely. Like you said, nightmare. 6'7", long, rangy, can shoot a little bit.
Got a little,
That's
put a
tough.
little beat bop on the floor.
That's really tough.
So does this mean it comes to a closure and we at the end of the road when we speak of Kemba Walker, man?
Yeah.
It depends.
Is
on
his
what
career
situation.
over?
Yeah.
Is this closing the curtains,
At
man?
that level, yeah.
I don't think it's over.
I mean,
All the way?
What do you mean, like the Kemba of Charlotte, the 20
Of being a starter. And,
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I think that's over.
I think that
The-
last injury he had on Boston sapped something from him.
Unless it depends on the situation, because he might end up in Washington for 1 year, like Russ did, and who's out there? They don't got a point guard, so
Because he definitely.
that's the only way. He got to end up in the right,
What are you
perfect
gonna do with
situation.
Cade and this other kid out there playing? Where he gonna fit in at?
Nobody.
See?
They buying him out too. That's what I said.
See what I'm saying? Like, I mean,
He gonna get that buyout again, and he gonna have to go to Washington, a
but
team that needs a point guard.
But I
Miami,
also
throw him
think
out
that-
there. I don't know.
he go to Washington, Miami, but I also think the speed of the league too fast for him now.
Because
This shit happen every 5 years. The league get faster for older niggas, so the league is faster for him. Like I said
Right.
on my video, his style is reflexive, it's twitchy, it's side to side. As soon as your legs or you gain a little bit of weight, that shit is gone. And he never really had like a scoring game just based off of skill. It's more explosiveness. So it's like,
it's fast.
yeah, once speed go with guys like jump shot never really been solid. Like leave him, oh my God, we scared. So I mean, other than that, it's like they come in and probe and get a couple assists and maybe get a bucket or a layup or two and then sit his ass down.
Okay.
He ain't the same dude I seen in high school.
Right.
That dude's
All right.
nobody can stand in front of him.
Yeah,
Hey, when we speak of the Knicks coach, man, is this his final year
Please,
to make something happen?
please.
Oh yeah, if he don't do it this year, it's over.
I'll buy the hearse to get him out of here. I'll pay for the funeral shit to get him Thibodeau out of here. I'll pay for everything.
Now, check this out, man. I mean, I will
I know that shit, man.
admit.
but
Hold on. You know. How can I say this? I'm
I'll pay for the funeral.
organization first.
Undertaker
Right.
orders.
I don't do players.
Right.
You feel me? I mean, I listen. Let me break this down, man. Real Talk with Nick is a YouTube channel where we speak Nick content,
Right.
whether you like them or not.
Mhm.
But you got to know the content concerning my Knicks,
Yep.
right? You get to express yourself, right? And you speak about what you feel the Knicks should be doing.
Right.
This way, those who are not fans, right, can express themselves. I feel like Knicks fans don't have an outlet. Everybody want to trash and be like, oh, I think that people say they're not Knicks fans because it's the cool thing to say. Supposed to, going to Brooklyn Nets fan base and being disappointed. And now you like stuck between a hard rock and you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Like for one, Net fans are disappointed Knicks fans in my eyes. Number two,
I respect that. I
yeah.
respect that.
Nothing but disappointed Knicks fans, man.
I respect
I don't know though. What about that
Come
J
on.
Kidd era with the back-to-back finals? They pulled in a lot of fans by doing that.
that. Yeah, J. Kidd was the guy.
J Kidd, Rich Jeff, Vince Carter, they pulled in some
But
fans.
still,
K.R.
you're right.
Martin,
He
but-
wasn't
Cause you
heavy
gotta
though.
remember, I mean, 72. You got about 2 generations that came up and Knicks ain't won nothing. Golden State got hot, and then you got like a wave of fans because people got to see winners during their lifetime. You get Chiefs fans pop up out of nowhere because one ring is won by this kid. Then you get Rams fans last year because they won a chip during their
They
lifetime.
came out of nowhere.
The Knicks win a chip tomorrow.
Everybody Knicks fans.
I'm
get.
telling you, you're gonna see so many Knicks hats. You'll be like, yo,
I think stores will be looted in,
I'm
man.
telling you.
I think this should be crazy, man. Like
That's
so,
what they just gotta win one.
yeah. Now.
Or at least make a good playoff run. Get out the first round.
Okay.
Give us some kind of hope.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
When the last time the Knicks had an MVP?
Oh,
Nobody
close.
want to speak on that. The last time a Knicks player been the most valuable player been when?
Last time the Knicks
Well,
had
when we was
some
fourth
kind of
seed.
life was
No,
Melo.
the most valuable player of the NBA. When the last time the Knicks had a player who was the most valuable player?
I think about Mark Jackson.
No, he never won an MVP award. I'm talking about the MVP of the league.
Oh,
Never. I don't think.
Willis Reed, possibly?
Did he win one? I don't think he won.
It's a lot of factors with the Knicks that it's like You can pull in fans off winning a player being an MVP.
Honestly, it's not a lot of factors with the Knicks. It's one factor
Special effects.
that's been the same factor forever. Dolan. When I get rid of Dolan, then shit will change. That's how I really feel, deep down inside.
Deep down inside.
That's how I feel.
It's like the Knicks because that's the biggest
I used to like
piece
the
of
Knicks
money
a
in his
little bit.
portfolio.
I was never a fan, but I wanted to see him do good. But I just came to the conclusion that as long as that man is there, it's not going to work. It's him. It's him.
So is it James Dolan that's preventing you from becoming a Knicks fan?
Nah, I'm a Laker fan. I was a Kobe fan, so it just I stay with my team. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But being from New York, I want to turn on the Knicks and actually see them win sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like I get to see every Knicks game because we got a free channel, MSG. Can't miss a Knicks game. But they always losing, so why would I want to watch it? You know what I'm saying?
All right. Now I want to piggyback on the coaching. Now Tom Thibodeau, right? I admit can be stubborn when we speak of playing his rookies, right? And they say he like to emphasize too much on the vets, right? Is it safe to say though that Tom Thibodeau has been coaching better than the Knicks' past experienced coaches we had? When we speak of Jeff Hornacek, Dave Fizdale, Knicks had a lot of coaches, man. I think Tom Thibodeau is one of the most sufficient.
Mike Woodson was better. Jeff Hornacek and what's the name didn't have the talent that Tibbs got right now. That's a tricky question.
I think Tibbs did what Tibbs does. He just got him to play defense. That's why they look better.
And you can flip the coin and say Mike Woodson just got them to play offense.
And Mike had his 4 seed. Mike had his rolling. Went the second round that year.
But he had Melo.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, but John, you can't say Hornacek he better than Hornacek because Hornacek didn't have that same roster. So he's happened to come in RJ quickly, Barrett, and all Toppin and Mitch, and that all them dudes fairly new the last 3 years. So it's hard to compare.
Okay.
It's the talent.
All right.
But I would say Mike Woodson better.
Mike Woodson.
Yeah. I go back to like
I said, that was the last time the Knicks had
Mike,
a little bit of life.
Look at Mike in Atlanta. Look at Tibbs on Minnesota. Mike went when he go places. Mike changed things. People go to playoffs. Tibbs had one of the best rosters in the league, even though Minnesota is what it is, but the talent was there. They didn't make the playoffs. So, I mean, I ain't high on Tibbs. I feel like you get somebody younger, like it's an analytic league. That dude don't know nothing about analytics.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I think the league went past Tibbs.
I forgot, Daryl Morey on Houston is an analytic master. This dude is like literally could lose players and rebuild teams just like this. Like, because he's heavy on that. Tibbs don't know. It's a new league. Yeah, it's a new league.
New league.
So you get somebody younger, like I was saying earlier, when Boston got that kid Brad Stevens, boom, they took off. Brad came in, he knew what to do, he knew how this thing worked, he was young. We need somebody like that. Bring in one of these young whiz kids and give them a shot. Let them implement their specific offense.
Even
like Nick Nurse on Toronto.
Look at,
like,
should be coach of the year in Udoka.
Yeah, like, come on.
Like, the new guys is making changing the game. Basically.
They making waves, man.
And I feel
you got this old dinosaur on the Knicks. And
I think his problem with Tibbs is he don't know how to make adjustments.
Why you say that?
He's good at game plan, but if his game plan ain't working, there's nothing else. Like, there's no backup plan. They're gonna stick what they do. They're gonna play defense. They're gonna run that half-court offense. And
I said last year,
if it worked, it don't. If it don't, it don't.
Whenever y'all got down by 10 or 12, the game was over.
Right, that's it.
It was over.
They don't have no adjustment.
So let me ask your brothers this, man, because I know y'all was watching, man. Did y'all see the playoff series between the Knicks and Atlanta Hawks? Who gets the blame for that series, starting with you, man?
The Knicks and the Hawks?
Yeah. When they we went to the 4th seed and got eliminated, and they won one game and got bumped out. Who gets the blame for that, man?
That's tough. It's a lot of things you can say. I'm gonna go coaching. I'm gonna go coaching on that one. I feel like it was too centered around just Melo. Like, you know what I mean?
I mean Randall.
Randall, excuse me.
Yeah.
Too centered around Randall. And Randall was not a playmaker for real. He had a couple triple doubles, but he can't facilitate the offense for a whole game or for a whole series. Once they locked in on Randall, like I said, no adjustment. There was no secondary. All right, we're gonna run through RJ now. Nothing. Like,
Okay. My next question would be now: the Knicks acquired Brunson,
right.
and Brunson was in that game. What would have been different?
I might have won another 2 games, a game or two, maybe. Because I still think, I don't know. That's tough. That's tough.
That's tough.
It would have helped, but I don't know how much it would have helped. I don't know how much it would have helped.
You see what I'm saying with Brunson?
Because y'all really played a full team, like.
Because I think my
So I don't
man
think one
Brunson.
man would change all of it.
Listen.
Nah, piggyback, right?
Okay.
Playoff series. It was coaching. You can't let Trey keep setting screens at the top of the 3-point line and getting down there and throwing up the floater. There has to be some type of defensive adjustment. You gonna blame baby players for that? You gonna blame RJ for that?
So you think Frank Ntilikina got the short end of the
and
stick?
Randall had one playoff series, man.
Right. One playoff series.
You gotta
Okay.
blame the coach for that. Trey Young just kept doing what he wanted to do,
Mm-hmm.
That's a defensive adjustment. We just watched the playoffs where there was adjustments on Luka, there was adjustments made on Tatum,
They
there was
took Tatum
adjustments
out the
made
game.
on Steph. What was the adjustment made on Trey during that series? None. It's not a good coach. Udoka's coming in here and making shit happen. Nick Nurse defensive schemes that year was crazy. Even Spoelstra's zone is something serious.
Yeah, that Miami.
What is Thibodeau? Like what we talking about a guy from 08, 2009 that was good for that time. We a different league now.
So this is last season, in your eyes.
It
Last
should be.
chance. I'm not gonna say this is last season. It's based on what they do
You
this
know what I
season.
said, Jay? If they have a bad record the first 30 games, get them out of there.
Yeah,
Try to at least save the season the next 50. At least try.